How do I face the day when my life has no meaning? At this moment, I chose this place to sit down and look at the beauty of what life has for me. Now, for those that they look at where I am now, sitting on a hammock, surrounded by trees, and not far away from me there is a small creek passing by. They would say that but it is easy for you to say that life has a meaning, but my life, what you would say, at this moment my life is totally miserable. You don't understand what I'm going through. I would reply and said, I believe I do understand how difficult your life is. I may not understand it at this moment, but I have had similar moments as you have in your life at this moment. I've had days that I could not get or did not have any money to buy anything. I starved. I had pain. Life was not easy for me at that time. But every time that I face a problem, I knew that will never last and it will eventually end. Because I did experience that in the past. I looked at everything in my life and I noticed that they're all passing by and nothing stays the same. And every time something happened, I had to give a meaning to it. Most of the time, when I was not conscious enough, I would call my life as a terrible. I would fight it, sit and cry, write poetry, or go for a long walk and mostly complain. But slowly, life showed me the true meaning of what I'm going through now. Life is a teacher which will never define itself. It does not come and tell you, this is what I mean, this is who I am. It always gives you that freedom of giving meaning to it. Now, once you give meaning to the life, an invisible path is created. And then you go through that path. And wherever you get taking that path is the meaning that you have given to the life. I learned that in a hard way. Every time that I give a meaning to my life and I said, this is the way my life is, I end up being exactly in that place. The place that I defined, the place that I created within my head. And my thoughts create that castle that with the first wave of ocean was washed away. Until I decided to build my house on a solid ground. Because I learned how to give meaning to life the way it is beneficial to me. Now, the physical body thinks that it has life. And for longest time, I constantly said, my life. I have a life. And because I said, I have life, therefore I was interested in changing it. I was always looking for a way of directing my life in a way that would benefit me, the physical body and the ego. Until I learned that I am life. I don't have a life. I am life. And once you are life, and you know that everything that is happening to you is happening to life, then you're no longer interested in giving meaning to life because it's already defines itself as it is. And if I am life, and I am the one that's seeing and absorbing everything, then why don't I take a moment and look at myself? Why am I so in conflict with myself, and why am I refusing to just sit down in one place and look? Just look. You're not looking at a forest. You're not looking at the plant. You're not looking at the hammock. You are looking at yourself, which is life. Now, if you do see beauty in looking at the trees or flowers, why don't you see the same beauty within you? You're looking at something outside of you, and you are assuming that that is a life outside of you. But what is being seen, it's seen by you. It is you that you are watching yourself. And you are that beauty. And the days that comes that you cannot find any reason to stay alive, especially those days, sit and watch and observe. And see what you are missing. What is it that you are looking for and you cannot find? If you think you are going to find that reason outside of yourself, then you are wrong. There is nothing that you can find outside of you. Everything that you need is within you. And this is a talk that everybody says the same thing. They are saying that everything is within you, go within you, and you will find the answer. I am saying the same thing, but I am saying go beyond thought. Before your thought comes and start defining everything for you, explaining this is this, this is that. No, go beyond that and observe. And look from that point without any thought activity. Then thought comes, then the stories comes, your past memory comes, all the reasoning comes, then that excitement, that sweetness of being quiet and silent vanishes, and then you become too busy with your own problem, your own stories. However, if you are alone, if life has no meaning, it's a good time to stay quiet don't participate in any activities. Sit quietly, free your mind of all thoughts. If thought comes and goes, watch them. There is no need for you to participate in their activities. Just watch. Don't even think what you're doing is not necessary, it's a stupid idea. Watch that thought as well. Don't even try to give it a meaning. There's no need for giving meaning to life at this moment. All you are doing is watching the feeling that you have. And the feeling that you have is not separated from you. Your life at this moment has no meaning. That is the feeling that you have now. Why would you fight it? Just absorb it. Allow it to come out. Just let it be. When you are quiet, when there is no thoughts, something within you relaxes you because you have no reason for being stressed. There's no thought that causes you to become stressed. If you are in the environment, if you are in a country that everything that happens in it is havoc, people are hungry, there's suffering, there is pain, there is a war, or disagreement, there is a political activities which does not make you happy, for a moment, put everything aside. Because it is your moment. And look at life beyond your thoughts. Before thought comes in your head, look, observe. At that moment, you feel free, happy. You feel content. You feel life itself. You become life, not. And you will not think that you have life. Once you recognize you are life, then that joy and that happiness that you seek for and you don't have it would come back to you. Because it's always within you. And I'm sure you're sick and tired of this, hearing this, that everything is within you. I do understand that because I used to hear it all the time. Now I'm the one that say the same thing because I am talking from the knowing, not from the knowledge. I can tell you this because not much thought activity as this in this upper body, in this head. And I know what beauty lays beyond thought. That peacefulness, that joy. That you have when there is no thought. That is the life that you want to give meaning to. And this silence, this quietness is life. Thank you.